Can you believe it's 2025 already? I can't. It was a wonderful year last year, and I am looking forward to 2025 and all of the things that I will get to crochet. In today's video, I'm going to show you what I made in November and December because I skipped November's video last month, but it's fine because I really didn't make all that much in November. I made like 2 little things. I didn't make all that much in December either, just a few things, but I'm excited to show it to you. And I have 2 piles today. I have one of finished projects and I have one of projects that need to be finished. And that pile is for an event called WIP Wrap Up that Sarah of SEK Handmade puts on every year. It's one of my favorite events. I don't do a whole lot of crochet related events. I don't do very many crochet alongs and things like that because I just have a hard time keeping up. But this one I can get behind and I look forward to it every single year. So first up on my made list is I actually made another coquette ornament. I showed these off in my last What I Made video when I was doing the patterns, but I made just one more. All of my other ones were a pink color and I wanted to see what it looked like with blue because I'm a little bit more of a blue girl than I am a pink girl, even though I do like pink as well. But I just thought that the contrast with the darker color with the cute little pink strawberry looked really cute, so I made one more of those. I think I made like 4 of these total. Next one I made is another small project, but this one was a lot of fun, and it's this little bookmark. I made this using my bow pattern that goes with my Peek-a-Bookmarks design, where it's there's a little sprout leaf, there's a little bow, and there's a little rose that I put on top of big jumbo paper clips to make them into bookmarks. But I just thought it would be fun to give it a try in this other form of bookmark. These were relatively inexpensive and I actually got like a whole bunch of them, so I could actually make some gifts or something with this, which I thought was cool. And it works so well with any little tiny charm, and you could do this probably with the rose. I don't know that the sprout would work because the sprout, the way that it sits on the paper clip, I just don't think it would work for this. But yep, that was my second make, this little tiny bookmark. Despite how busy the holiday season was, I was able to get 2 more video tutorials up on my YouTube. The first one that I got up was for the Janeway Cowl. This is just a pretty simple cowl. It's got this little bit of texture and this corset detail that's a lot of fun. In the video, it's just the corset pattern, but this actually comes, there's a hood you can make that has the corset detail up the side, or you can put them together and make a hooded cowl with the corset detail up the side. And the video for that I will link up if you're interested in making that. It's also free on my blog if you aren't a fan of video tutorials. So I made a pair of Harvest leg warmers. These are super quick and super easy to make. I added a bow to this set and made them in this light pink color so that it had a very ballet leg warmer feel, whereas the other ones I've made were more of like a rustic, I guess, feel to them. And so it was a lot of fun to make them taller and in this light color and kind of get a different vibe from them than the other times that I have made them. If you are interested in making your own pair, you can find the video here. Also, this is another one that's available on my blog and it comes in several different sizes if you want to check that out. Next up, I made something for my daughter. I was looking for a cute little cardigan that I could make for her to wear over a little checkered dress I'd gotten her to be her Christmas dress. And I just wanted a little layering piece she could put on it to wear to any holiday parties we went to, or especially for our holiday pictures. I actually ended up asking on my Instagram for suggestions of patterns that would be good for this, and I got quite a few responses, all saying 2 of the same cardigans. And so it was the Saffron cardigan by Stitch and Hound, and the second suggestion was the Sweet Pea cardigan by Warming the Heart. I could not really decide which one I liked more. So I ended up buying them both, and then I made the saffron cardi because it was actually the right yarn weight for the yarn I had. So this is the little saffron cardi that I made for my daughter. This pattern was really great. It does have buttonholes, but I didn't add buttons because I wanted my daughter to wear it open so you could see her little checkered print dress underneath it. And I finished this just in time for some crisp pictures. And now I have added the other one that got suggested to me to my list of things to make for her later. And the last thing that I got finished, I actually shared this a little bit, the in progress of it in my last What I Made video when I was sharing what I was going to be making. And that is this little strawberry tote, which I decided to name the Bow So Sweet tote, which I like a good play on words. If you remember the other pattern for the little mini bow, that pattern's called Peek-a-Bookmark instead of Peek-a-Boo. I don't know. Does anybody get it? I think it's cute, so I'm going to keep doing it. So I finished that up and got that pattern out to testers. And so hopefully this pattern will be releasing in February is what I'm going to aim for. Just in time to start your spring makes. I think it'd be perfect for spring. I also got to make some paper crafts for my shop. If you don't know, in my Etsy shop, next to my crochet patterns, I also sell stationery and stickers for crocheters, and I like to create products that help you romanticize your craft as well as keep it neat and organized. So for my shop, I made 2 floral planners, I made 2 project tracker notepads, and I made 1 midnight forest stitch marker set. I also worked on updating my yarn counts. I have these little yarn count booklets in my shop. They said 2024 yarn count last year, so I've updated them so they say 2025 for the new year. I also decided to add one that just says yarn count, and this one has actually a start and an end date that you can write space for that, so you can write them in instead of having one that has the year on it. But you can also get them with the year, so if you want to keep a little collection of yearly marked ones to see how much yarn you use throughout the year. And these just have these cute little yarn balls on the pages, and you just color those in every time you use a skein of yarn, so you can keep count of how many skeins you've gone through in the year. Okay, now we're done with the made pile. Now the next pile I have are WIPs, or works in progress. And like I said, I got these out to share with you because in January, Sarah of SEK Handmade does an event called WIP Wrap Up. And this is basically where you go through all of the WIPs you have and you decide which ones you're going to finish up, which ones you're going to frog, and then you try to get through as many as you can in the month of January. It's a great way to start the year off on the right foot as far as your WIP pile goes, which mine is out of control. So my first WIP that I'm going to share with you that I'm hoping to get done, get some work done on it. I actually have 2 of them that I've made. So this, it's hard to tell what it is, but this is a like corset that I have started out of this big chunky yarn. So I really like it in this big chunky yarn because it's nice and structured, which a corset needs. But I didn't finish this when I started it because I ran out of yarn. And then I have also a brown one that I started that I also ran out of yarn. I was holding, this one is a worsted weight one that I was holding double. And you can see I haven't worked on it in a while. There's a bunch of dust coming off of them. That's no good. But so I have a brown one, and then I have this cool like striped one. So those, I'm going to order some more of the yarn so that I no longer have the excuse to not finish it. And I am going to get that corset done, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be one of those ones that, so I'll make the strap, but then the strap won't be attached. You'll use ribbon to attach it, so you have a cute little bow like right here. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm hoping I can get to it this month. I'm hoping they have the colors I was using, because this was like a while ago. I worked on this like 2 years. 2 years it's been sitting around waiting for me to get the yarn and finish it. The next WIP I have for the WIP Wrap Up, I'm embarrassed to say, was a WIP for WIP Wrap Up last year, and I didn't get it done, but I got pretty close. And that is this little Easter wall hanging. I need to finish off the end. I need to like block it a little bit, I think, so it sits better. I just need to add in a few more details to round it off. Maybe, I think this is why I stopped and never finished it, because I couldn't decide if I just wanted to add more little flowers into the empty spaces, or if I just wanted to go around and add stitching. It's supposed to be like the silhouette of a bunny. I don't know if you can see that. So that's what I need to try to decide how to finish this off so that you can tell that it's a bunny, because what's the point of it if you can't tell it's a bunny, right? I guess it's just a floral wall hanging. The next one I want to finish is one I actually made more recently, and it's going to be a quick finish, which I'm excited about because all I have to do is weave in the ends. I made this for Halloween, and it's just didn't feel like doing the ends. Completed, completely done. Just didn't want to weave the ends in. So all I have to do on this, weave in the ends, and it's done. This is the Brainy Skulls coaster by Fanny Toys. It's so cute. It's this little skull holder, and then you see his little brains sticking out. I don't have them in here nice and neat like they're supposed to be, so they look better. But his little brains are actually coasters, and the coasters also have little skulls on them. It's super cute. I was really excited to make it. It's a really well written pattern. I was a little intimidated by the skull because he's so cute and detailed, but it was a pretty easy pattern. And so now I just need to weave the ends in, and then I'm gonna have a cute little skull guy to set on my desk to put my coffee on the coasters. The next WIP that I have to finish up is actually another bag design that I'm working on. I think I might have shared this in the last What I Made video. The progress that I had on it, it wasn't very far. It's still not all that far, but I have finished the entire bag body. I need to seam up the bottom, work on the flap, and then this one will be a cross body bag. It's got this very pretty tartan plaid on it, which is the same that I used for my academia book sleeve. So I might call this one like an academia book bag. I don't know. I haven't really decided on the name yet. So that one needs to get finished up because that's going to be another design I release. I'm thinking March, hopefully, is what I'm going to aim for. And the last project that I am going to try to finish in January for WIP Wrap Up is actually another strawberry tote or Bow So Sweet tote. I started making the squares because I want to make a YouTube video for this pattern. So I'm going to make up all but 2 of the squares, 1 of each, and then I'll show you how to make them in the YouTube video and then show you how to put them all together. So that needs to get finished so that I can get that out to all of you so that you can make a Bow So Sweet tote. And last but not least, I did find some things that I can frog for WIP Wrap Up. I found 17 things that I could frog for WIP Wrap Up. Hopefully I can get through frogging all of them. I don't know if I can. There's a couple of big pieces in there. I had like 2 things of clothing that I'd made myself that I very rarely wear. So I think that I should probably take them apart and see if I can find something else to put the yarn to use. Is that something that you do? Will you frog something that's completely done if you're finding that you're not using it like you thought you would, or you don't like the way it fits or something? Will you frog it and use that for a new project? My friends and I call them Phoenix projects. So like, you know, it's rebirth, the bird coming out of the ashes kind of metaphor. Or are you unwilling to do that, and would you rather like donate it or give it as a gift or something? Or that's it. That's everything that I worked on over the last couple of months and all of the things that I'm hoping to work on going forward. What did you get done during November and December? Do you kind of cast aside working on projects to focus on the holidays? Do you make lots and lots of gifts? I'd love to hear all about it down in the comments. Linked all of the products and all of the patterns, if they have a pattern, there's a couple that don't, down below in the description so that you can check those out. You should especially go check out those patterns that I shared from the other designers. They were great patterns, and I hope that you can enjoy them too. I also invite you to go give SEK Handmade a follow, and it is not too late to join in on the WIP Wrap Up and take advantage of this fun event. She has chats that you can join so you can talk back and forth with the other people in the event, and you can show off what you are accomplishing in the month, and it's really a lot of fun and a great way to meet some people within the community.